Courtroom dramas, a genre built on the holy pillars of the Indian constitution. We expect logic, we expect evidence, we expect an underdog lawyer sweating bullets to find that one hidden document that changes everything. Yeah, forget all of that. Enter Karuppu. In 2026, director R.J. Balaji looked at the entire courtroom genre and said, what if we just give the hero a literal cheat code? This movie didn't just cross 300 crores, it managed to get real life High Court ban petitions because people actually thought it was trying to be a serious legal drama. But if you look closely under the heavy mass BGM, Karuppu is actually a 150-minute, high budget, beautifully disguised meme. It is the ultimate spoof of every courtroom cliche and savior hero trope in Indian cinema history. Buckle up, because today we are doing a logic first breakdown of how Surya completely broke the legal system. Let's talk about the plot setup, which starts off like your standard heartbreaking Rakshakan movie. You've got a helpless father, played by Indrans, who desperately needs his stolen gold back to save his daughter. A normal movie would have him meet an idealistic struggling lawyer who fights the corrupt system. Instead, he meets Baby Cannon, played by R.J. Balaji himself, a lawyer so shamelessly corrupt he basically treats the local court like his personal startup business. Baby Cannon milks the poor family dry, stalls the case, and leaves them with zero hope. Now, usually this is the cue for the hero to study the law books overnight, give a preachy monologue about human rights, and march into court. But Indran's character realizes that human logic is failing him. So, what does he do? He goes to a local temple and complains directly to the guardian deity, Vettai Karuppu. And the deity literally says, fine, I'll do it myself. He manifests in human form, signs up with the bar council under the name Advocate Saravanan, and walks into court. Boom. Surya enters, and this is where every single courtroom cliche gets thrown into a meat grinder. Let's talk about the first major cliche this movie absolutely destroys: the search for evidence. In a traditional legal drama, the climax hinges on proving the truth. You need forensic reports, cross examinations, and surprise witnesses. But Advocate Saravanan doesn't have time for a 5 year trial. He is literally God. So, how does he handle a hostile witness who is lying on the stand? He doesn't expose their lies with clever logic. He just activates a sketram, a supernatural divine arena right inside the courtroom. Suddenly, the courtroom lights dim, a divine aura glows, and the witness realizes that if they speak a single lie, they will literally be vaporized by divine wrath. Think about how hilariously unfair this is. It completely mocks the agonizingly slow pace of real world justice. Why bother studying the Indian Penal Code for 5 years when you can just threaten the opposing counsel with eternal damnation? And what about the corrupt system cliche? Usually, the wealthy villains rig the game against the hero. Here, the hero is the one hacking the system. When the trial isn't going his way, Karuppu doesn't ask for a recess. He literally uses his powers to bring the roof of the court building crashing down to force an adjournment. Trisha's character, playing a normal human lawyer, is just standing there, the whole movie looking completely stressed out, constantly pointing out that none of this is legal. But the judge is too terrified of getting smote to object. The entire legal system becomes a rigged spectator sport, and we love it. But the real genius of Karuppu isn't just that it mocks legal dramas. It is a direct attack on the Rakshakan or savior hero cliche. We've all seen it 1,000 times. The larger than life hero descends among the poor, takes a few hits to show his humility, and then empowers the victims to stand up for themselves. Karuppu looks at that trope and says, let's make the god complex literal. Once Surya shows up, the actual victims lose 100% of their agency. They aren't empowered, they are entirely irrelevant. They literally sit back, eat popcorn, and watch a demigod crush their enemies. R.J. Balaji is heavily satirizing how modern mass movies hijack social causes just to give the main hero more slow motion walks and loud punch dialogues. And then we get to the climax. Oh, the climax. This is peak meme writing. Baby Kanan realizes he cannot defeat a literal deity in a court of law. So, what is his brilliant legal counter strategy? He looks at a map, finds a loophole, and legally moves the temporary court session to an IT park in Sriperumbudur, which is completely outside of Vettai Karuppu's local spiritual jurisdiction. Let that sink in. The villain's masterstroke is regional geofencing god. It is absolutely hilarious. Baby Kanan arrives at the IT park with his goons, thinking he is completely safe from divine intervention. But then, the ultimate plot twist happens. They are stopped by a high ranking police officer. The camera pans up, and it's Surya again, reprising his iconic role as Doraisingam from the Singham franchise. The crowd goes wild. You think it's just a fun cameo, right? Wrong. The movie reveals that Doraisingam isn't just a cop here. He is canonically revealed to be the Kaval Karuppu, the guardian deity of that specific IT park. R.J. Balaji literally took Surya's loudest, most aggressive, gravity defying cop character and turned him into an actual demigod just to bypass a jurisdictional loophole. See, if you watch Karuppu expecting a gritty, logical legal battle like Jai Bhim, your brain will short circuit. The logic is non existent. But if you view it as a massive, self aware parody of how ridiculous our expectations of cinematic heroes have become, it's an absolute masterpiece. It asks the audience a brilliant, sarcastic question. If you want a mass hero who can instantly solve deep societal corruption, bypass the law, and fix everything perfectly in 2 hours, why not just cut out the middleman and make him a literal god? RJ Balaji gave us a 300 crore box office monster that laughed straight in the face of cinema tropes, and honestly, we need more of it. What did you think of Karuppu's divine legal tactics? Was it a brilliant meta spoof or just pure chaotic madness? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button, subscribe for more Logic First breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next court session. Case adjourned.